In the Gold Prayer Book, please turn to page 27. And we'll start with the 7 Limb Prayer, page 27. Gosum gu pe go ne cha tse lo nge sham yi tu che ti ma lu bu to me ne sa di tun tam che shak ke pa ge wa nam la je irang kor wa ma tom ba du le ju ne dro la che ki ko lo kor wa dang da zhen gen nam jang chu chen po ngo. Now turn to page 97. We'll recite the short Monel offering at the bottom of the page. Sa ji per ki shu shi me tok tam ri ra li shi ni te gen pa di sang ge jing du mi te ua idro kunam dak shin la che par shok che tsun dama dampa kenam ki che ku kala ken se chu jin tri ji ta tsam pe du che zima la ja ge che ki char hawab tu ser idam guru ratamadalakam niryatayami.
We have questions. There's no question here. No, there's question here. Let's go to yeah. First, refugee Buddhist prayer. Sanje
Chudan Saki Chanam La Janchu Badu Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyangi Pesunam Gido La Penchir Sangye Tu Pasho Chudan Saki Chanam La Janchu Badu Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyangi Pesunam Gido La Penchir Sangye Tu Pasho Chudan Soki Chonam La Janchu Bardu Dani Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyangi Pesernam Gido La Penchir Sankir Tu Pasha.
관계 된전에 봐줘 가봐 봐 좀 봐 쳐봐 봐 저번에 제가 봐서 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 관계 도저히 있었나 또 와도 봐 담배전에 내가 뭐 담배 저저 야 Welcome back to the class. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, good evening. I was thinking about karma. Is that a question that you'll take?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I get confused.
First of all, that's good news. You are thinking of karma.
I get confused when I hear about seeds of karma, because until we're enlightened, karma does not go, isn't erased. So when, I think, you can tell me, when we're doing purification, we're not burning the seeds, or are we?
What do you think?
Because then we could just do a purification and all of the other stuff's gone, so, we're in good shape. Seed
usually is more difficult to, how say, eliminate. And yeah, so do a purification practice, whatever purification practice that you are doing. So then, top of that, do meditation on emptiness based on 4-point analysis. Meditation on emptiness. So that probably have like maybe sit. So now so when the seed is gone, then it's gone for forever. When the seed is gone, so so yeah, purification practice. So then meditation on emptiness. So don't stop doing purification practice because not thinking that the seed is not going to be purified. So then that's not good. Okay. Can't say for sure whether purification practice will purify the seed or not. Can't say for sure, but it purifies. It purifies each and every negative karma purifies. So that's where the focus should be. So then meditation on emptiness. Okay, meditation on emptiness. So the root, self-grasping mind, that's the root. So then any form of purification practice is wonderful news, very good news. You can purify. Okay. I think at the moment, no need to worry about sit. There's something much more to worry than sit. So much more gross than sit. So first clean all the gross, like gross, active, disturbing thought. Purify them. So then probably so then get to the sit later, probably later or easier. First. So you, in the garden, you don't see the wheat seed. You see wheat, you don't see the seed. You see wheat. What do? You clean them out. So the next time when it grow, you clean them out. Maybe some. So then what did it? So now to focus on purification practice. What is the purification practice? Even though you are not able to do full length prostration, as I said, simple thing like money mantra. Every practice purifies. Every practice purifies. Or there's nothing, or this only purifies, or this doesn't purify. It's not like that. Every practice you do purifies. Every positive thought that rises purifies. It's not like, oh yeah, there are practices called purification practice. Does not mean, or practice that doesn't call purification practice doesn't mean purify. Every practice purifies. Okay. Oh. Similarly, every positive thought challenge. Every negative thought, same thing. Oh. So, I'm just happy to check out the gross negative mind, so satisfied at the moment, not really worrying about the seed.
Thank
very
you.
good, yeah, very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of work to do.
Oh, I cannot say for sure. I cannot say for sure.
Most likely.
But of course I do. But I cannot say for sure for everybody. So
Thank you,
can
Geshe.
say So, like say, there's one hermit meditating all his life on the mountain. There's another person who's like killing sheep all his life. One day he's looking for his knife, could not find the knife. So then turns out one sheep is hiding his knife. And that kind of broke his heart. So then he feels so bad, so, and he thought even the sheep, so they're scared of their life. So he thought, maybe that his life has no meaning to live. So he decided to jump out of the cliff. He jumped, never fall down. Because last minute there's like sincere, pure, strong regret, really strong regret that he don't want to live. Looking at those sheep, the one poor sheep hiding his knife. He just got so like regret whatever he's doing. Jump out of the cliff, never fall down. Hermit noticed. He got so jealous. So he said, somebody's been killing sheep all his life. Could not fall down. I'm here meditating all my life. Jump, become omelette. Omelette, scrambled egg on the ground. Last minute, added to the mindset. That's why I can say for sure, look how much work you to do, how much work. I'm omniscient about my work. So I know from head to toe, so I'm not sure how much work you have to do. So, but something like that kind of regret, that strong regret, just purifies so much negative. Just purifies so much negative. Just sincere, taking full responsibility for your actions, then regret, like not just regret, very, very strong regret. Purifies. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very good questions. Not to worry about it. Yeah, so rejoice. Rejoice has questions. His name. I give him nickname Rejoice. Actually, his name is Joyce. Joy. I call Rejoice.
The question is about one of the 6 paramitas, joyful effort.
Oh, that's good for you. So you're asking Rejoice, asking joyful effort. Yeah.
How can we increase our joyful effort?
How can we increase joyful effort? I think you tell me, that's your name. How you increase, rejoice?
Increase joyful effort.
Increase
One
joyful
of the 6 perfections.
Oh, joyful effort. Joyful effort, how to increase. First you have to have first you have to see, I think, anything we do in our life, first you have to see benefit. If you don't see benefit, then you don't have interest to do. When you see benefit, then the interest rise based on that seeing a benefit, so then interest rise. So then, not just do, so it's this hard question, so not just do, otherwise it becomes like chores, chores. But we don't have to do anything. Really, we don't have to do anything. Once you do, so first you have to see some benefit. Why it's so important to do benefit? So then there's interest. So then that interest probably generates effort. So then, because when you seeing benefit, there's temporary benefit, ultimate benefit. Temporary benefit, ultimate benefit. You see both of them. So then you get interest. So then you do, not somebody tells you to do, but you do because you see benefit, and you have interest, not like somebody order you to do. So then you interest, then you do it voluntarily, deliberately, voluntarily. Yeah, any practice, tantra practice, whatever practice, so so you're focusing on the benefit. So then generate interest. So then you do, while you're doing, you are remembering the benefits, not just, you try to remember the benefit, not just do. So then you feel kind of fortunate, because you are doing this practice, and this practice has lot of benefit, and you learn how to do, and you are doing it now. So what could be better? So not like you can't, there's so much wonderful text which you cannot see now. You can properly see. You can see very well. Just see it, then you can read and you can understand the meaning. And, you could say, and you have all the conditions to do. So therefore, you see this now as close as I understand, maybe they say this life is so precious. Now I understand why it's precious, because I can, do certain practice. So then, while you are doing it, if you try to remind yourself the benefit of doing it, so then you that's the way to energize yourself. For example, Tara practice, any practice, Lama Tsongkhapa mantra. So if you're not mindful, it's just a word that you are saying again and again. If you think, whoa, that's not just a word. That mantra is the manifestation of Lama Tsongkhapa, so I'm saying it. So that's wow, that's, so then like that, something like that. Same like Mani mantra. So probably next time I'll bring maybe one more time I'm going to probably explain the Mani mantra. Some people say, oh, this is so easy, or Mani mantra is so easy to say, maybe there's not much benefit. I need something hard, something difficult. So then you learn, you can't really do. Oh, this is so easy. I don't believe there's a lot of benefit. I'll bring this book as this, same page like this, back and forth, like this thick. This is all about money mantra, that's all. There's like 1,000 pages. So I said this many times, but you actually didn't see the text. Maybe one day I'll bring, so then you'll know what to write, this 6 syllables, this 1,000 page, what to say. Oh, there's so much to say. It's easy to say, oh, mani padme, like that. So, very good question and hard question, but need to remind yourself the benefit of doing it. Yeah, that's the key thing, to see the benefit, benefit. For example, like if you are doing Lamrim meditations, how to see benefit? Lama Tsongkhapa said, if you review Lamrim outline, if you do review meditation, analytical meditations, meditation, that is like equivalent of meditating on entire Buddha's teachings. See, even just one. Not say every day, even just one. Just hearing one time, saying one time, thinking one time. You get merit of talking about entire Buddha's teachings. You get benefit of hearing entire Buddha's teachings. Isn't that great? That's wonderful. There's something you can do. It's not something you cannot do. There's so much benefit. Therefore, Lama Tsongkhapa said, think about, think. There's so much benefit. You have all the conditions. You have all the conditions to do. So then when you do, so then you think about the benefit. So sulde türe tönda nembe 좀 담지셔도 되는 사무다와 제주저 만노에서 내가 담배서 만나 ramjus로 거다. 좀 레주베 사무다와 제주저 만나 all these thousands of wonderful teachings contained into Lamrim teachings. Sura Kunji Nimbo Dudu was Sura Kunji Nimbo, essence of entire teachings. Essence of entire teachings contained into Lamrim teaching. Sura Kunji Nimbo Dudu. Suldi, Ture, Döntangs. Then after that, just saying one time, not saying every day, just saying one time, listening one time. Lajin Dubang to do some. There's so much merit, so much merit. So Lama Tsongkhapa said, think very carefully. So then you remind yourself, when you're doing it, you remind yourself, So then at the end, then you feel great. You feel great. So then, as I said, then you feel that your life has some meaning. You are accomplishing something every day, so you feel good. You feel good, you feel great. Not just good, you feel great. You feel very much useful. Your life is very much use. Your life, you feel like your life is very useful for not just that, not just this life, many more life in the futures. You are doing something that benefits many more life in the futures, and you feel like your life has meaning, and you feel like you are every day accomplishing something, and then makes you feel great. So that's, I think. Then more likely you do happily. you do happily. If you don't do, and you don't do happily. If you are like, let's say, when you do it happily. When you have no time to do, that's okay too. There's no time. So if there's time, then you do. If there's no time, then what do you do? There's nothing to do. So then, then the qualities rise. Qualities, not just quality. So that's so easy to learn and meditate on that, and then qualities, like that. So yeah. So key thing first, need to see the benefit. I'm becoming more calm, more peaceful, and harder to get angry, harder to get jealous, harder to get pride. Because my practice can really help me, my mind. I'm now more relaxed and thinking from the broader pictures, so then, good for your health. So then every day is good day. Every day is good day. So you make your day is good day, every day. So then you feel good. Okay. Then what else?
Geshe, this may be a question that cannot be answered, but I'm going to try anyway. I think I understand how if we work very diligently and extinguish the negative karmas and work on positive and achieve getting rid of the 3 poisons, and we can reach our Buddha nature, reach nirvana, and end samsara, right? So what I really think about is, how did it start? I mean, did we originate with Buddha nature and then something happened to give us these negative habits? That
You received Buddha nature since you came to Kadampa Center. Just joking. It's already there, right from the beginning. It's already there, right from the beginning.
The negative seeds that throw us into samsara, are there from the beginning? So did we start? Do we start with like a clean Buddha nature, and then something happens to put the negative seeds that we then either nurture and get more caught up into samsara, or
We don't have to go very far. We don't need to think about beginning this time. There's too far to go. Just think about this life. When you are born, how much negative thought rise when you are a baby. Just think about this life need to make sense. So then think about life before this, then many life before this. So environment, culture, traditions, there are so many component that contribute to not to get to connect to the essence, the Buddha natures. And I think you're right. Probably that question cannot be answered. So then when you grow up, so then learn something, learn how to speak, how to talk. Then slowly learn how to think, then how to do things, so then naturally don't do everything correctly. That's the nature, So then grow, then learn, then, so then make mistake, then learn a little bit here, there, then grow. Then what you call become wise, wiser and wiser. So then they learn, So Buddha nature is there right from the beginning. Buddha nature is there. So then you are asking why we say negative things?
I'm wondering if we start with Buddha nature, if it's at the base, where does all this negative stuff start that then eventually throws us into samsara? You know,
It's all started from mind. It's all started from the thought, from the brain or from mind. So think about argument between friends, how they started, how it started. It's not started from Buddha nature. It started from the mind. Not able to tolerate, not able to see everything. Why we get into argument in the first place. So their choice, but we don't necessarily make the best choice when it comes down to happiness. So that's the truth, whether we like or not. So not just you, everybody else, including myself, we all, say, that's why Shantideva says, Dunga Todu Semiyajans, even though you have wished to overcome from difficulties. Dunga Nilongomba looks like, sounds like you are deliberately going for difficulties. There's something's going wrong. The goal is happiness. So then between you and your goal, the method, the technique, the process, there's something's going wrong between the process. So little things, and fighting with little things is not that important. It's just we just made it up. So not knowing that, then it becomes so serious, and just people fight for all kinds of things. When you look very deeply, it's not that big deal. Talking about politics, people get into fight. Talking about something, no, that's wrong. It doesn't matter if it's wrong or right. So so day-to-day life, that's everything happens day-to-day life. So lack of mindfulness, not being mindful. What is the most important for you? Peace of mind, happiness within the mind. Not being mindful about that, most of the time. So then forget that goal. So then, all kind of easily get irritated, easily get angry. Meditation. No, we don't know. Do we know that nobody wants problem? Do we know that? Probably no. We probably say no, but maybe we don't know. So maybe we don't know. We just say we know. Maybe we don't know. Nobody's content when it comes down to happiness. Nobody's content. Therefore, there's no difference between me and you. That we are same. We are in the same boat. We are in the same. So if you're mindful about that, if you're aware of that, so more likely you can protect your peace of mind. More likely you can protect your peace of mind. Otherwise, just think about. Actually, so just visit experience that we have. I have argument with that person. How that started? Started on something, based on something. It can be prevented. Both persons choose. Both persons did not make good choice. That's why that's fine. If somebody sacrifices, if one person sacrifices based on the bigger pictures, so then more likely there'll be no argument, no fight. So that's not happening. So that's very unfortunate. There's many reasons why. So then every action has reactions. What goes around comes around. So what goes around comes around. In this life, next life, what goes around. So that's why everything is happening, not because we wish to happen. We wish something like that, but without wish something happens. So therefore, right from the beginning, everybody should be very mindful what we say, what we think, what we do, sake of your own happiness. That's all. But people, and sometimes people don't know, and even somebody who knows how to do, it's hard. It's hard. So, anybody want to say something? Yeah.
My understanding is that what you're saying is that at the very beginning, it was a Buddha nature. It was a potential to have Buddha nature.
No, it's not potential to have Buddha. We have Buddha natures. We had Buddha natures.
But it wasn't actualized at that point, at the very beginning, right?
Yeah, it is not. It is not like as. It is not as. It is not as. Yeah, we are not enlightened, but we have potentials.
Right.
So like, say it's like seed that kept in box. They will never grow. Does that mean it has no potential to grow? Unless you burn it, so then that's potential to grow is finished. If you burn, it's finished. But seed, if you keep if some seed you keep in box, it has potential to grow. It's like that. When it meets to the proper condition, cause the condition, it will grow. If you put into rich soil, if you water them, it will grow. No matter how long that seed has been remain in the box. Make sense? Yes. Yeah, no matter how long you keep that seed in the box, when you put in the rich soil, get some sunlight, the water, it will grow. Like that, no matter how long the Buddha nature is here, when it reach meet to the proper cause of condition, it will fully activate. Yeah, so like that. So that makes sense. Huh? No need to go from the beginning this time. We had Buddha nature, not like, I had Buddha nature 20 years ago. I used to have Buddha nature like 2005. Now I don't. It's not like that. It's not like that. Not like that. You had what you do, what you say doesn't matter. You already had. Right? Maybe you nicely had. Doesn't matter. You had that. So it's never going to be disappear.
One of the things that I find interesting about practice, you've mentioned many, many times to analyze, to take analysis. And I imagine, I'm assuming that most of us are in the same position I'm in. I'm aware of my bad tendencies. I mean, I can see them when they start to happen. Is it useful in your analysis, when you're looking at yourself, to try to figure out what I may have done in the aggregates of my past karma that have caused me to have these tendencies?
Is that a question?
Yeah, it's a question. I'm thinking if the world of karma is literally what goes around, comes around, cause and effect, is it valuable in trying to understand the analysis of the things that I do that I'm not pleased with, that I know I shouldn't do? Is it valuable to try to analyze what I may have done in the past that caused these things to ripen?
Oh, very good. This whole karma teachings is there to help us to free. It's there to free us, not to feel us, not there to feel bad. So then, when you start to think about karma, if you feel very, I think there's two different things. Sometimes feel bad. That feeling doesn't produce anything. Does not produce anything. It just feel bad. That's all. That's kind of negative. On the other hand, you feel bad, but you try to do something. You try to grow out of that, You try to free yourself out of that knowledge, that realizations. You're trying to kind of like, go up, not go down, go up. In that case, yeah, it is valuable to think, okay, like what cause? Certainly there's cause. Otherwise, how you explain? Not everybody experience the same thing. Some people do, some people don't. Why was that? Is that like somebody decide to? That's hard to believe. If somebody is deciding why somebody decide equally good, so that doesn't make sense. Philosophically, it doesn't make sense. So then why some people are having this problem? Everything is happening based on cause and condition, based on reason. Everything is growing there, so based on causes and conditions. If there's no rain, nothing will grow. There's cause, it's cause and condition, same thing. So that, like, if you analyze about karma, teaching about karma, if that benefits you, so even though you have some bad feelings, even that bad feelings, you grow, that bad feelings become like muddy pound. Then you yourself become like lotus. Then you grow out of that muddy pound. So then there's some benefit. Otherwise, that's why I've been saying, why think about hell realm? There's so much problem here. No need to think of hell realm. There's tons of problem here. First deal with that. This is also like kind of like sometimes feel like hell. So no need to think. So like that. So sometimes, unfortunately, people, they use karma teaching, almost sounds like, oh, you deserve. Nobody deserves. Nobody. What everybody deserves is Buddha, enlightenment. We have Buddha nature. That's what we deserve. So then we have to know that. So and if you become like victims of karma teaching, so then there's something's going wrong. Like if everything's like falling apart, if every problems now is pouring down on you like rain. The question is, what kind of mindset I should have? Now everything's falling apart here, there, up, back, front, up, down, everything seems like falling apart. What kind of mindset that protects you? Niju dibi yonga de mido donga chada bari lenge debu sebe judu no jenge lamdo longba chinju jenge lamdo longba danga jenge lamdo longba dama se jenge mis as unfavorable conditions ko jenge lamdo long means transforming that into the path. The instructions or practice, they teach you how to deal with these unfavorable conditions. It's almost feel like pouring down like rain. It's not just one. So if that happens, how to take that and transform into the path that lets you walk without walk someplace that you can still see it's almost similar like that. Every cloud has silver line. Same, the saying is the same as this practice now, transforming unfavorable condition into the path. That and every color cloud has silver lining, same thing. They're the same thing. Same thing. So that's why I'm saying the karma teaching is there to help you, not to destroy you. So then that helps. So then deep down there's a desire. Deep down there's desire to improve. Deep down there's a desire to improve. That desire powers you have to reflect on the karma, even on negative karma. So that probably brings you up rather than down. So that even just feeling bad, that's not negative. Other so then not just that, when not only refers to the bad things, when the good things happening, you also think about karma too. Not just bad things. Karma is not just about thinking something bad. No. Something good things happen. Then you are thinking about kind of like energized. It makes sense to maybe to be more generous, to maybe to become more kind, like, because I'm experiencing now this, so this is not out of nothing, it's caused by something, so maybe I should create more cause, like that, Think about both bad and good. Not that whenever you talk about karma, it's always about negative. No, it's not just all about negative. It also refers to positive thing too. It always refers to positive things, So, I have a very good family, so fortunately, so that's why this happening due to karma. So the need to think both, not positive things, both of them, not just negative. So then that does not cover entire karma teaching, just negative. So karma is not just about negative, it's also about positive karma too. So then, no matter what, if something bad happening, you are thinking something positive. If something good happening, you are also thinking positive. So that's what karma teaching is for. Something bad happening, you are still thinking something positive. Something good happening, you are still thinking something positive. Either way, you kind of energize to do good things. When you do good things, your life will be happier. Yeah, that's the whole point. Okay. And something difficult happening, you are focusing on exhaustion of something. You are not focusing on the event itself. You are focusing on the exhaustion of something. You are always focusing on something positive side. That's why I say every cloud has silver lining. You are not focusing on the cloud. You are focusing on the silver line. Silver line, that's the way your focus is. You have to focus not about only, we are even not 50-50. We are like 100% on cloud. Our focus is 100% on cloud. That's not good. So no, you are always focusing on positive side. Even though something negative happens, you always think of positive side. Then of course, if you have something good happening, there's nothing negative to focus on. It's all good. So like that. This karma teaching, so that's how karma teaching should explain. It's there to help you. It's there to help you. No matter what kind of circumstance, it's there to help you. Something bad happens, you are not focusing on the event, you are thinking, like say, paying bill. I'm not sure how many people are extremely happy to pay a bill. I'm not sure, very little people are very extremely happy to pay a bill. How many people are focusing that I'm now free of debt? So say now you owe $50, not very happy to pay. In the first place, not being mindful how you spend. Maybe you don't need it, you just spend. So of course, then the company has no compassion, so you have to pay. So you have choice, you have to pay happily or you pay miserably. The company don't care. So like the focus, focus is like not even 50-50, it's like that. So anyway, so the debt is decreasing, but focus is not there. Focus is not there. If your focus is there, so why you get upset? Do you get upset that your debt is now decreasing? Do you get upset about that? Do people get upset? When you have debt or debt? Debt. Yes. Yeah, debt. When we pay bill, do we focus on the decrease of the debt or no? Most of the time. If you focus on decrease of debt, do you get upset? Do people get upset? There's no reason to get upset. That's not what's happening. what's happening, like half event, focus all there. So then, like, did it. So I think, anyway, so karma teaching, is like to help that. The whole point is karma teaching, no matter whatever event that you use karma teaching, whether it's like something unfavorable or very favorable, is there to lift you up, lift your spirit up. Oh, that's karma teaching. If somebody says, oh, you deserve that, or that's your karma, that person is that person even have no clue about karma. No clue. A very good question. Thank you. Dine?
I have a question about. Hear me?
Yeah.
I have a question about actually being a vegetarian.
Oh.
I live in a community, a neighborhood where we have lots of dinner parties, and in some cases we've got friends that bring dinner to us, and they serve, great food at our house. And recently, my good friend brought over a meat dish, and he was very excited about it. And as a vegetarian, I was kind of in a conundrum because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And also, I wanted to honor the animal that was sacrificed, but also, as I said, the conundrum of, as a vegetarian, should I eat it? Is this right for me? I was hoping to have a little bit of guidance on that.
That's for hard, someone who eat meat. I was vegetarian a long time ago. I was vegetarian. I was kind of motivated by, I'm not sure, like motivated by who, but actually, I'm not sure what happens. Almost now, 15 years ago. The first, I think the second FMT international meeting took place in Amsterdam, Holland. At that time, I was vegetarian. But Tibetan communities, or especially in the monastery, a lot of monks do it. But there's a lot of change took place. Before we used to serve meat in the temple. So then, when I was young there, what happens? Like not this the young one, but Tibetan as a community, whole communities, they are very high up in the, not many vegetable grow, but those are some conditions, so the white Tibetan people, especially the senior, why they, because their diet is mainly cheese, milk, butter, roasted barley flours, meat. Pretty much, that's what no vegetable. Now, then since came to India, the diet now changed a little bit. And especially like the elder one, they do get sick because their whole life used to eat meat. So then all of a sudden when they stop, they get kind of sick. Anyway, I was 15 years ago, I was vegetarian. So I went to visit my mother in India. I was separated from my mother since I was 7. I went to monastery when I was 7 years old. So then I only spent 7 years with my parents, and then rest my life is in the monastery. So I go to visit sometimes. So then when I was graduated, I have more time, so then I came here. So then, I thought I'm going to spend more time with my parents. So then Rinpoche called me here, so I ended up coming here. So then that's part of my, I'm not sure what you call, you could say your karma. So I don't have, like my sibling, they live their whole life with my, not many years, but I only have like a few months here, a few months there. Anyway, I was a very strict vegetarian that time. I'm not sure what motivated me, so I was very strict vegetarian. Went to my home, visit my parents, my parents, and my mother want to do something, so she's like, the Tibetan people don't know how to cook vegetarian food. My mother don't know how to cook. She's begging me to eat meat. I refuse. Because there's something she takes joy to cook me for, and that's what she cooks. And it kind of makes her happy to feed me. So, and she's kind of begging, like, oh, maybe eat one day, then don't eat another day. So then I said no. So at that time I was already in America, so I have some money. I can take her to restaurants, no need to cook. So I say, let's go to restaurant, eat food. So you can eat meat, I can eat vegetarian food. So that's what we did. So she didn't cook for me. I was there like a few months. So I very much regret. Now she's gone, I very much regret. Each time whenever people bring question about vegetarian things, that brings my mother's image back to my mind. So is that very like, if you ask me personally, based on my experience, if I'm asking myself now, is that the wise decisions? I probably say no, that's not the wise decisions. They are made, and based on my, I'm uptight. I'm not flexible. I'm uptight with my idea of vegetarianism. I'm very uptight with that idea. So then I'm not flexible. So I regret. So if I ask myself question, then I probably say this is not the wise decision that I made. So it's whatever done is done. So then after that, like you. So then there's a lot of challenge. When I come back, when I go to Tibetan family, telling them I'm vegetarian, it's kind of like bragging, how's it? Bragging myself, how's it?
Bragging about yourself?
Yeah, it feels like bragging about myself. Oh, I'm vegetarian. And so then, there's few incidents happens, came back, then the siblings eager to feed me, so then they all spend so much time, and I basically, sometimes I forget to tell them I don't eat meat. So then, there's some few incidents. So then eventually I decide whatever people give me, I'll just eat. I myself never demand anything. Whatever they give, I just eat. So that's my now attitude towards food. So I don't demand anything. Whatever people give, I just eat. So and I don't have to eat this. I don't have to eat that. I can pretty much eat anything that's available. So I eat. So if there's just piece of bread, I just eat. Whatever is available, so I just eat. So then, of course, like being vegetarians, there's like, even in the Vinayaka Sutra, where there talks about monastic life, way of life. So in ancient time, now you see in Laos and Cambodia, some part of Thailand, monks, they still go outside to bake their food. You go to, you don't cook, you just go. So whatever they offer, you can't say, okay, I don't want to eat this, I don't want to eat that, You just take whatever they give, you just take, you can. As here you have saying beggar. In a way, the monks, a long time ago, is kind of beggar. You just bake your food, like lunch, then only one times a day, so then whatever you get. Sometimes in ancient time, not nowadays, probably thousands of years ago, you are allowed to bake 3 drawers. 3 drawers. If you don't get food, finish. You can't go to the 4th drawer. There's a limit. You can go 1st drawer, 2nd drawer, 3rd drawer. That day, if you don't receive, you go back to monastery. That day, no food. That's the rule. So now it's not like now. I saw in Laos there are a lot of people waiting, so they don't have to go to draw. So because draw come to them. They're not going to go. So they also become like tourists. Tourists. Now a lot of tourists go there look. So actually that's not up for the tourists. Actually, that's their way of life, the monastery. So then tourism become interesting. There's a lot of, so now it's become like little like business. Some people selling food here, some people buy all that. Anyway, so in that sutra, there's many discussions. Whether can monk eat meat or not monk. There's many discussions. That's kind of complicated discussions. So that's my attitude. Okay, my attitude towards now food. I never ever demand meat. I never ever demand. I just eat whatever they give. I just eat. So that's my attitude. So based on experience that I had with my mother, so that how to get rid of that from my brain. So she's my mother. So now something that she takes a lot of pride and joy, I basically didn't provide opportunity for her. So that's something I can give easily, but I refuse to give that time. So like that. So in the same time, you need to respect all the vegetarianisms, people who are doing vegetarianism, based for the concern for the life, not just your health. So then I'm on your health, so then you're doing for yourself, so then I'm not so much benefit, but doing for others, so then I think that's good thing. So, so I'm not qualified to give you advice. So do this, do that, so I'm just sharing you my information, what I do, what decision I make. So do I feel good, bad? I just share my experience with you. So then based on that, so we have to make a decision based on that. I can say, do this and do that, so I can say, oh, don't eat meat. I eat meat. I'm not qualified to say don't eat meat. No, I eat meat. I am qualified to say don't demand meat, so I'm qualified because I never demand meat. I qualify for that. So talking about now vegetarian, so last 4 days I was in South Carolina. I was in South Carolina teaching there one of the Vietnamese temple. So they all eat vegetarians, no problem. So I said I eat whatever. So I was vegetarian last 4 days. And today too. So I was if that counts. So by force, not by choice. Environment, there's all vegetarian. So I'm not particularly attached to any like vegetarian, non-vegetarian. I'm not just. I just if I have, it's okay. If I don't have, it's okay. No, it's not that big deal. Oh yeah. So please, you make decision based on your circumstance, and yeah. So not qualified to give advice for vegetarianism. Okay. Oh, sorry for that. Didn't it? Yeah. I'm thinking to recite this sutra tonight. So I brought this sutra. This sutra is called Mayana Sutra. Mayana Sutra of Boundless Life and Wisdom. Boundless life and wisdom. So last class. It says it's just hearing the sutra. There's a lot of benefit. So, of course, if there's benefits, so I want to offer. So, also thinking like, because this, reading this, there's only not much page, there's few pages, reciting this every day. Yeah, monks, you have a lot of times. You don't go to daily job, so you have a lot of times. So lay people, that you have family to raise, then here take care, here a job, and all of that. So then introducing this sutra probably is a good thing, So and you'll hear. So I'll read and explain a little bit, okay? So if that's okay, so maybe it looks like no more questions. Yeah, so then I read this. Jagar Kedo, Jakar, India, came with Indian language. It's not now the Hindu language, it's like Sanskrit, more Sanskrit language. Jagar Kedo. Used to be four great language. Now Sanskrit is one of them, so now it's kind of dying, language. Jagar Kedo, Arya Aparamita, Ayujana, Nama Mahayana Sutras, Pyokedos, Tibetan language. Papa said that Ijipadumeva Shesha Tebachim those, as I said, Mahayana Sutra, Aryas, Arya. Arya means Arya being. Pyoke, the Papa said that Ijipadumeva Shesha Tebachim those, Mahayana Sutra, boundless life and wisdom. That's what. Sanjata Chanjusa Batamjala Chanson, homage to Buddhas and all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. So they get that Tuba teaching us. That's how you say that's one I heard here.
Just that I hear.
That's one here.
Thus did I hear at one time.
Yeah, something like that. They get that Tuba teaching. Chumdende, near, there's the place, not very far from Bodh Gaya. Near Jabu Jaji, there's some kind of garden, some kind of garden near, in the place called near, not very far from Bodh Gaya. Kungarawana, there's like the garden in the garden. Gelonge Gundin Chenmo and all the many Sangha members, Chanju Sempa, Bodhisattva, Sempa Chenmo, Mahasattva, many of them, and it's there, around at that time, there. Then Jumde teaches, then the Shakyamuni Buddha, Jamba Shunu Choba, so Jamba Shunu Choba Katsabas, telling the Manjushri, Buddhista Manjushri, Jamba Shunu, telling Buddhista Manjushri, but was there too. Jambal Manjushri is called Jambal Manjushri. Tengi Chona, there's three realms, underground, on the ground, above ground. When you see three realms, underground, on the ground, above ground. So above grounds. Tengi Chona, Jindinji come here, so there's like realms called limitless qualities. There's a realm called limitless qualities above the ground. Tena there, Tijija Badata Mayanta Bazobe Sanji, etc. Ishipadumeba, Shunanama Siji Jabushija Shusus. There, so there's like enlightened beings, boundless life and wisdom is residing there. Sejunji protects life and extend longevity, and also teaching Dharma. Jamba Shinu that Shakyamuni Buddha is telling Jambal like Manjushri listens. Zambuling is Simjin Namne Tsetumaza. Zambuling, northern world. Our world called northern world. Zambuling is Simjin Tsetuma Loja Dubashada. This is like lifespan in the northern world is short. It's only 100 years. Tedaleja Pajini Tumu mature. Then among, even though the lifespan is like 100 years, but many people die way before death, untimely death, accidental disease or like that. That means people don't live up to their life. They don't not necessarily use the full lifespan. They die untimely death. Tedale Japaji ne Duma Imba Chuatin, Jamba Simje Kanda, Tijija Patsada, Ijipa Dumeba, the Unit Nabajo, Yondo Bashi, Chujinamba, the Igitiums. Oh, Jambal now, Manjushri. Someone. Oh, someone who writes the sutra, someone who writes, help to write, or has encouraged to write, and listen, and read, and produce like lebam usually refers to the whole volume of text called lebam. Lebam or teeth is right, make like this, let's call them. Chimna change padu, keep in home, house. meadow, flowers, pure incense, Chenmo, flower garlands, Yugpa, perfume, Chenmo, like the powder, incense powder. Chopa Juba, making offering from that to the sutra. So that even though somebody's that will prevent from untimely death and able to live full lifespan. So lo jato bajurus. Jambal, manjushiri. Simje kanta tseta ishi padu meba. Simje kanta, this will take me a few minutes. Okay, that's at least 7 pages. This is important. Jambal simje kanta tseta ishi padu meba. Nangu siji jeba tse jaza tubo juba teta ke se nangu bajurus. Whoever hear the sutra and say Jata Japa means 108 enlightened names put into mantra. That's what it refers to. Chuba, say a number of jurors hearing that the lifespan will be expand or longevity. How is it? Which one says it? Life expand will increase.
Life expanse will increase, yeah.
Up to 100. No, that's the limit, 100. Yeah, then after that, people could live on merit, even though lives have been exhausted, so they could live on merit like many years. Jambal, Majushri. Therefore, fortunate boys and girls or men and women, doesn't matter. That said in Buddha, said those who want to live long life, no life. Then should listen. So that's what I'm doing now here. Should hear this 108 enlightened beings names put into mantra. To listen, write, encourage to write, read, like this. What I'm doing now. These are the benefits. Okay. This is now the put into mantra the 108 enlightened names. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayunjana Sumuni Tatatnuranta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teatam Pune Pune Mahapan Aparamita Pune Jana Sumba Rabasite Om Sava Samukara Parishute Dhammate Gangana Samukate Sambhava Vishite Mahana Parevare So Ha Jambal Majushiri again. Somebody who writes, encouraged to write, and then write, make it like this, right? Label like this, and keep in house, and read, and helps. So it helps you to prevent from untimely death, and also the longevity. So then the chipinate after this life, after this life, after death means. Then the chipinate so that those beings will be born in limitless qualities, realms above the ground, not above ground, underground, on the ground, above ground. Kewa juroje. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayunjana Sumuni Tatatnuranta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teatam Pune Pune Mahapan Aparamita Pune Jana Sumba Rabasite Om Sava Samukara Parishute Dhammate Gangana Sambhugata Sambhava Vishite Mahana Parevare. So this now 108 enlightened being names put into mantra. That mantra is going to repeat again till the end of this text. Okay. Oh, Mahana Parevare. So young again. Oh, Tija Sanjay Chavata Gujutsagusa. Oh, 999 million enlightened beings simultaneously with one intention to benefit. Recite this sutras, okay? 999 million enlightened beings simultaneously with one intention recite these sutras. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayunjana Sumuni Tatatnuranta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teatam Pune Pune Mahapan Aparamita Pune Jana Sumba Rabasite Om Sava Samukara Parishute Dhammate Gangana Samukate Sambhava Vishite Mahana Parevare So Ha. Again. 84,000 millions enlightened beings simultaneously with one intention recite this sutra. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumri Siddhanta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Mune Mune Mahamune Aparamita Pune Aparamita Punajana Sombharavasita Om Sava Samakara Parashita Dhammate Gangana Samgata Sambhava Pishiti Mahanaya Parivare So Ha again 77,000 million 77,000 million.
Chukula sent me a link with the translation.
Oh, yeah. So tonight I'm going to rely on my translation.
Okay, good.
It's good. Thank you, Chukula. Thank you. I think 77 million enlightened beings simultaneously with one intention recite this sutra. Okay. Seda Ishipadam, Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumri Siddhanta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Mune Mune Mahamune Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Sombharavasita Om Sava Samakara Parashita Dhammate Gangana Samgata Sambhava Pishiti Mahanaya Parivare So Ha again 65 million enlightened beings simultaneously with one intention recite the sutra. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumri Siddhanta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Mune Mune Mahamune Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Sombharavasita Om Sava Samakara Parashita Dhammate Gangana Samgata Sambhava Pishiti Mahanaya Parivare So again. So I'm just speeding up. Save your time. Okay. Such as 55 million enlightened beings simultaneously reciting simultaneously and with one intention recite the sutra. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumri Siddhanta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Mune Mune Mahamune Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Sombharavasita Om Sava Samakara Parashita Dhammate Gangana Samgata Sambhava Pishiti Mahanaya Parivare So again. Sanjay Chavatra 45 million enlightened beings simultaneously with one intention recite the sutra. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumri Siddhanta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Mune Mune Mahamune Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Sombharavasita Om Sava Samakara Parashita Dhammate Gangana Samgata Sambhava Pishiti Mahanaya Parivare So again. 36 million enlightened beings simultaneously with one intention reciting the sutra. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumri Siddhanta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Mune Mune Mahamune Aparamita Pune Sombharavasita Om Sava Samakara Parashita Dhammate Gangana Samgata Sambhava Pishiti Mahanaya Parivare So again. Sorry, this is again never ends. It will end soon, don't worry. Again, Sanjay Chavata 25 million enlightened beings simultaneously with one intention recite the sutra. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumri Siddhanta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Mune Mune Mahamune Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Sombharavasita Om Sava Samakara Parashita Dhammate Gangana Samgata Sambhava Pishiti Mahanaya Parivare So Ha. So this is the last again, okay. Yang Tize Sanjay Chavata Kangi Lungi Ju Chemani Jisa. Oh, Kangi Lungi Chemani 10 times more than every sand you find in the Ganges rivers. River Ganga, sand. Even just one hand, there's like probably many millions. Every sand, 10 times more than sand in Ganges rivers. Enlightened beings simultaneously with one intention recite this sutra of Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumri Siddhanta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Mune Mune Mahamune Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Sombharavasita Om Sava Samakara Parashita Dhammate Gangana Samgata Sambhava Pishiti Mahanaya Parivare So Ha Kangshi, someone. Someone who writes, encouraged to write, touch, touching. We'll live the full lifespan, which is like 100 years. Lifespan will increase. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumri Siddhanta Tathagata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Mune Mune Mahamune Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Sombharavasita Om Sava Samakara Parashita Dhammate Gangana Samgata Sambhava Pishiti Mahanaya Parivare So someone writing, encouraged to write, that person's Nyawa, hell realm, Chasongi Chini, or the animal realms, and the lower realm will never be born in lower realms. Namdriya never be born in realm there's no opportunity to practice Dharma. Okay? The each rebirth you take, you will remember your life. You will remember your life. Recall your life. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurana Sumurita Tattva Tata Kata Arahate Samyasambuddha Teyatam Pune Pune Mahapunya Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Sompa Robasite Om Sava Samkara Parishute Dhammate Gangana Samkate Sabha Bhishute Mahanaye Parevare So someone who's writing this and encouraged to write, and that person to get equal benefit of writing 84,000 scriptures you see here, or beyond that, how long it takes you to write, you get equal benefit writing all these sutras. You know, teach about Juro, so then encourage you to write. You writing, reading, same thing, you get benefit. So if you try to write this, it will take forever. But you get equal benefit. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurana Sumurita Tattva Tata Kata Arahate Samyasambuddha Teyatam Pune Pune Mahapunya Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Jana Sompa Robasite Om Sava Samkara Parishute Dhammate Gangana Samkate Sabha Bhishute Mahanaye Parevare Soha. Someone who's writing and encouraged to write. Then it's like equal benefit of writing all this sutra, and also not just that, also like consecrating all of them get benefit. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurana Sumurita Tattva Tata Kata Arahate Samyasambuddha Teyatam Pune Pune Mahapunya Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Jana Sompa Robasite Om Sava Samkara Parishute Dhammate Gangana Samkate Sabha Bhishute Mahanaye Parevare Soha. Sorry, time is running out. Please bear few more minutes. Few more minutes and finish. Mahanaye Parevare Soha Kangshi, someone who's writing, encouraged to write. Digbe Pungbo Riraptam Yungsu Changwan Juros, purify even your negative karma is like the biggest mountain, Mount Everest, would say Mount Everest, or biggest Mount Everest or grandfather mountains will be purified. Oh, sorry, grandfather and Mount Everest didn't mention here. I just made it up. It's just big mountains. Om Namo Bhagavate purifies. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurana Sumurita Tattva Tata Kata Arahate Samyasambuddha Teyatam Pune Pune Mahapunya Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Jana Sompa Robasite Om Sava Samkara Parishute Dhammate Gangana Samkate Sabha Bhishute Mahanaye Parevare Soha. Someone writing, encouraged to write, that person's demon, associated with demon, but it's not itself, it's not real demon. It's like could be demigod, something like that. Nijin the symbols, so then interference, or what do you say? How you call interference? Interference. So then there's many different symbols. Last stage, even though they try to harm you, they cannot harm you. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurana Sumurita Tattva Tata Kata Arahate Samyasambuddha Teyatam Pune Pune Mahapunya Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Jana Sompa Robasite Om Sava Samkara Parishute Dhammate Gangana Samkate Sabha Bhishute Mahanaye Parevare Soha. Kangshi, someone writing, encouraged to write. That person time of death, 990,000 million, 999, 990 millions. Then, like 990 million, Lungtem is like, give you some kind of prophecy. Something to do with the child, then they extend their hand, and then leads you to the enlightened realm to enlightened realms. And these are Tesam tongues. Who is saying this? Shakyamuni Buddha. To whom? Manjushri. There are Tesam tongues, doubt. So many two kind of mind, or maybe not like that. No. Don't do that. No. It requires devotions. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurana Sumurita Tata Kata Arahate Samyasambuddha Teyatam Pune Pune Mahapunya Aparamita Pune Aparamita Pune Jana Sompa Robasite Om Sava Samkara Parishute Dhammate Gangana Samkate Sabha Bhishute Mahanaye Parevare Soha. Kangshi, someone writing this, encouraging to write. Jabu Chenmo Shi, there's like four great kings, more like protectors. then follows you, then protect you, then protect, and then all of that, do all the good things. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumana Siddhanta Raja Tata Kata Arade Sama Sambuddha Dhyata Muna Muna Mahamuna Aparamita Muna Aparamita Muna Sumbara Vasita Amazawa Samakara Parajita Dhamata Kangana Samkata Sambha Pujita Mahane Parevare So someone writing, encouraged to write, will be born in Amitabha Buddha's pure Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumana Siddhanta Raja Tata Kata Arade Sama Sambuddha Dhyata Muna Muna Mahamuna Aparamita Muna Aparamita Muna Sumbara Vasita Amazawa Samakara Parajita Dhamata Kangana Samkata Sambha Pujita Mahane Parevare So wherever you write this, encourage to write, wherever you're writing this, wherever this sutra has been placed, that place becomes like stupa. If you recite to the birds, or any animals, they'll create a cause to be enlightened. Oh, see now benefit reciting for your pets. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumana Siddhanta Tata Kata Arade Sama Sambuddha Dhyata Muna Muna Mahamuna Aparamita Muna Aparamita Muna Sumbara Vasita Om Sawa Samkara Parajita Dhamata Kangana Samkata Sambhava Pujita Mahane Parevare So Kangshi, someone writing, encouraged to write. Then here so it says never be born in the woman's life, so then that needs to be explained. That needs to be explained, so otherwise it's not good. Need to explain. When you look at the Medicine Buddha Sutra, even though that is mentioned in the Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, chapter number 10, someone who's miserable being a woman, someone, probably you have probably no clue. But when you go to Nepal, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, there are many women. Their life is hard. Simply, they are just women. Like not much rights to say, to do, and once in a while, you hear some women kind of express, "Oh, I don't want to be woman. I want to be born next life man." Maybe some issues. I'm not sure. So that for second knowledge. Next time when you say, if you interpret it like that, people may say, "Oh, you're just making this up." Don't you say in Medicine Buddha Sutra, who taught Buddha taught. In that sutra, read what that sutra then said. So that is what it means, okay? Those then wishing to be born as a man, so probably has better opportunities. Make sense? Need to interpret it. Can't take literally, okay? Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumana Siddhanta Tata Kata Arade Sama Sambuddha Dhyata Muna Muna Mahamuna Aparamita Muna Aparamita Muna Sumbara Vasita Om Sawa Samakara Parajita Dhamata Kangana Sambuddha Sambhava Pujita Mahane Parevare So don't ever think that a woman has no chance to get enlightened. Look at here, Tara, 21 Tara. I didn't make them up. I did not make them up. It's there from thousands of years. So Kanshi said, if you give donations, even 1 penny for this cause, to writing these sutras, teach that person. That person create the equal merit of feeling this, feeling three realms, as I mentioned, underground, on the ground, above ground, feeling 7 different types of precious jewel. You get same merit like that. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamita Ayurveda Sumana Siddhanta Tata Kata Arade Sama Sambuddha Dhyata Muna Muna Mahamuna Aparamita Muna Sumbara Vasita Om Sawa Samakara Parajita Dhamata Kangana Samkata Sambhava Pujita Mahane Parevare So please don't think that I'm doing here fundraising for this. Don't think that. Because I'm just reciting. So if everything goes well, so I'm going to write this entire sutra into the steel plate, right? Gold-looking steel plate, probably done in Vietnam. So then everything goes well. So then I will offer each one of you one. So then, no image, just sutra. So then you can put in your house. Says your house become stupa. So then, but don't think that I'm doing here fundraise for that. No, don't. I'm just saying whatever has been said here. So Kasapana, that's penny. Kasapana means penny. That's ancient language. Kasapana means penny. I think it's a very like penny. So now they're making offerings. So then making offering to all the teachings. Arade Sambuddha, the other Mona Mabana, Abaramida, some Mana Bare Ware, so Pena Tishaba, like for example, like this, for example. Tishaba, Tatagata, number 6, Tatagata, Sudu, Tatagata, 100, Lea Tatagata, Lobat, Sedu, Visu, Shaja Tubala, so much, not the Chabaj, 20% making offering to these 7 different types of enlightened beings. So the merit you create, you can count. It can be count. It can be count. Can be count. Can be counted. Can be counted. So the read the writing, encouraged to write, then read, then all of that, making offerings, that funding, all of that, so then that merit cannot be counted. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamida Yuna Sumana Tata Arada Samsamba Dada Munamina Mahamad Aparamida Punijin. Somarobata Samasama Karaparashita Damata Gangana Samkata Sama Pishita Mana Parevari so ha Penadida Rimbuji Pumburi Razapundes. Even though like the precious jewel piles high as Mount Merut, then make offerings, then give. That merit cannot be counted. But reciting this sort of reading, writing, all that merit cannot be counted. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamida Ayuna Sumana Tata Arada Samsamba Tata Munamina Mahamad Aparamida Punajana Somarobata Samasama Karaparashita Damata Gangana Samkata Samba Bishita Mana Parevari Soha. Like Janzo Chimbu Shi. Like the water in the oceans can be counted drop by drop. Water in the ocean can be counted drop by drop. But the merit reciting, reading, writing, all of that, so on and so forth, cannot be counted. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamida Ayuna Sumana Tata Kata Arada Samsamba Tata Munamina Mahamad Aparamida Punajana Somarobata Samasama Karaparashita Damata Gangana Samkata Samba Bishita Mana Parevari Soha. Kanchi Tata Yibadi Yesatamishim Dodi Igitiam, writing, encouraged to write, making offerings, all of that. Then like that's like the equivalent of making offering to the every enlightened being in the 10 directions. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparamida Ayuna Sumana Tata Kata Arada Samsamba Tata Munamina Mahamad Aparamida Punajana Somarobata Om Samasama Karaparashita Damata Gangana Samkata Samba Bishita Mana Parevari so ha. So then after that, nothing much to explain. It's all, after that is about 6 perfections. I'm going to just read. Jibeto Jasanje Andaba music, Jibeto, Jibeto, so there's like morality. Sudim to Jasanje Andaba music, Inji means like town of compassions. When you enter into the town of compassions, that's what it means. Sudim to Jasanje Andaba, you hear the sound of moralities. That's what it means. So now, rejoice, last page. So what you have about music, something to just about music, shut out to just me singing, shut out shut on number Bangava, the Aparamida, Tata Kata, Ara, the Sambuddha theatre. On the Mabana, Aparamida, some of Mahana Parevari, so Chumde, take a cut, that's what Buddha said to Manjushri. Jabashinu Chuba, then Manjushri, then all the monks and nuns, then God, the celestial being, demigod, all of that, or whoever's there, are happy. They are extremely happy. Papa said, that's the end of the Mayana Sutra, boundless life and wisdom. That's the end of it. Okay, oh yeah. Just that maybe all the benefit has been said in Sutra, so then hopefully that you receive, because you hear this many times. Okay, okay. Yeah. So now That's what happened. Next time, no questions. If you have no questions, so next time, more sutra again. Next time I'll bring more and more sutra down. No questions are there. Oh, yeah. Make sure that your time is not wasted here. I have moral responsibility. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Dedication.
Okay. You turn to page 100. Saji perki shuxing metok tamri nidegen badi sange jingdu mikte uwa idrokunamdag shinla chupashok jetsun lame kutserapten chinam katrile chochurge padang lozan tempe Dremesasum gidowemunseb tatuneguchik idam guru ratapatalaram yatayami. Okay, now turn to page 235 and do the dedication.
Oh, now dedication, yeah, it's too late now, dedication, because people probably have to go to work.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so it's almost 9 o'clock, so dedication. So
Okay, long life prayers.
oh, yeah.
Okay. 244 and 245. Kandira we koreshin kamdi pendandewa malushuene Cheresi kwanten zingyatsoyi shapesite badu tengyuchi Jonu iya nalang wangshuti awatore tsembara sopa Losange we deton lek pelcho Jasun gengyo lama soade Tutsu chanjin jankun gewe Tenzin kyompewe kunzu do bodze choksum kulwele mun tudu padok soduje kundu japten sho Om taritu re soha Om taritu re soha Om taritu re soha Om taritu re soha Om taritu re soha.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Sorry, because your ears burned. So now next time make sure questions, no questions, one by one coming down here.